Hi everyone, I'm Sophie from Maison Jupiter, and this is the Pick a Card Thursday. Yay! Thank you for joining us today again this week. I read the comments of the previous week, and I just want to say a quick thank you for everyone commenting. I always read them, and I really enjoy that part of the week where I get to read all of your comments. Thank you so much for all the love. Thank you for sharing with me. And please also for this week in the comment, if you have some ideas for the next pick a card, of course, please comment and I will read them. And who knows, I will maybe pick your question for next week. So if you want to have a more personal reading with me before we start, you can do so at booking at maisonjupiter.com. Sorry, always speaking. It's a problem when you're introvert. So yes, you can do so by booking with me on maisonjupiter.com, and you can use the coupon code for 10% off. It's Beyond Mystic in one word. We have the 1 hour reading and we have the 30 minutes priority booking. And also check out the new Beyond Mystic Crypto Woo for the month of March with Janine and GC. It's on beyondmystic.net. Please like, share, and subscribe to Maison Jupiter YouTube. We are putting amazing content every week, and we are doing everything that we can for you to get amazing shows with the Pick a Card, the Astral Decode, and many more. So if you like that content, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for everyone that is already subscribed, that is already liking the videos. We are fighting the algorithm, so thank you so much. Let's start this reading. This week I wanted to speak about maybe a bit more about the past life. We are often looking in the future, but this week it's about your past life. What is still with you from your past lives? We have 3 pals, and sorry for the cat, she wants to speak. So we have this little heart. It's a heart. Those are brooches. So yeah, it's a little heart. I think they're all from the 50s, 60s until maybe the 1990s, something like that. We have this one in the middle, and we have this lizard. I just love this one. This little lizard. Perfect. So every time that you want to pick the right pile for you for pick a card, I recommend that you take a deep breath in, so you can do so right now. And out. Just ground yourself. Let go of your conscious brain. Let go of this everyday, what you have to remember, your stress. Let it all go. And just go with the first thing that's really is calling your eyes, are calling your intuition. There's no mistake here. Don't overthink this. You can take a number, pile 1, 2, or 3, or the colors, or just the vibration of it. This will be your personal reading. Okay, let's start with group number 1. So group number 1, if you have chosen this little heart, what is your message about your past lives? I don't know which one I should start with. Okay. So we have the card of the fall. It's very Halloween Samhain, so it reminds me of Salem. I will check with the other cards, but right away with the candles, with losing my words, with this very fall look, Halloween vibe, pumpkin, everything with the falling leaves. It's very Salem so far. So maybe you were a witch, maybe you were involved in many capacities and a witch trial. You have to know that past life, we play roles, so we're not always in our best positive self. We can play roles for others to help them grow and evolve. So you could have been a witch in those times. You could have been a judge in those times. You could have been accusing other people for them to evolve. That's the first card. So let's take more. Oh my God, we have candles on both. Do you see this? We have candles there, we have candles there. What does it mean? Oh, this week I'm doing research for the Psychic Spy on Elvis. So my mind goes right away to this event they have every year since his passing in 1977, where there is a ritual every August 16, where in the middle of the night, everybody join in silence with a candle in their hand, and they're going through the cemetery with that. So it is what is reminding me, but of course we had the Salem vibe also right there. Um, Candles are you're not forgotten. Candles is also speaking of a time where there isn't maybe electricity, where you had to have candle to have the light, but also somebody thinking of you, a connection with another soul really deep into your heart. Let's see more. We have the card that says white, purity, innocence, safety, and light. Interesting. So if you were in a witch trial, I think you were either a good witch or you were innocent. I don't think that you had anything to look back and say, "Oh, I was guilty of that," or "I should have done better." No, it says innocence, purity, white. And all of those cards, the fire is also purification. It says purify on the card right there. I don't think you were playing a bad person in that past life. I think you were absolutely holding space for love. We have the heart right there. And yeah, it's still giving me a pretty good vibe of Salem. But whatever it is, you could have also been dying before everybody else in your soul tribe, and people were missing you. People were loving you so dearly. So I want to check what is still with you. So I will take my tarot cards for this. Just making some space. I will use this one for you this week. I don't know how much they want me to take, so I will start with one. Let's see how it goes. So group one, what do we need to know about their past life that is still with them? King of Pentacles, lonely with the wolf. Okay, yeah. It's really giving me a Salem vibe. Absolutely, because you were somebody that was extremely King of Pentacles in this particular deck. It is a lonely wolf. So it is somebody that is alone, isolated, and for the good reason. You are extremely stable. You are self-sufficient, self-reliant. You don't need anybody else. So yes, you died first. We have the white with the beard. We have the white right there. So you were a wise one. I think that if you were in Salem or any other place where they had witch trial, you were helping others. You were giving them a lot of healing advice, and it's still with you to this day, where you're maybe more okay being alone, you're maybe more okay being in your truth, because you stay in the light, because you stay in, we have safety, and this is the king of safety. You stay in the stability because you don't depend on others. You help others, but you don't depend on them. Wow. Let's take one more card. Eight of Swords. Yes, definitely there is something about the witch trial right there. You had too much power. I think people are trying to steal your power. Eight of Swords is someone that is normally restricted physically, but it's more mental energy. That goes back to the fact that you were innocent with the white card. Yeah, I think you were a witch. I think you were somebody that tried to help others. And a witch, it's always the divine feminine energy. You don't need to be a woman, but this is the woman power. The men have other things. They have the strength. They have many other strengths, but we do have the strength of the woman. The strength of the divine feminine energy is the intuition, helping others. It is the archetype of the witch. So you are right there. You have been in that energy in past lives, and you're more safe. You feel more safe maybe being alone because of this. Interesting. Let's see what is the guidance for you. I'm using the deck Shade of the Soul Guidance and Healing Oracle. I will take 2. Learn from the past. Okay, very interesting. What is the other one? Purge and release. Okay. Yeah, obviously with those two, we need to go past life regression. We need to go deep into the past and to purge it and release it. So it's like any other therapy. When we go for any kind of therapy, we have to go back to the source of it and release it. There is something to release, even though you are abundant, even though you did nothing bad. There may be this prison of the mind that is providing some safety while you need to be more alone to feel that safety. So it serves you well in many occasions, but it can limit you also. It's my card for limiting belief. So it can be limiting in your business. The King of Pentacles is also the businessman. It can limit you by having some limiting belief on your money, limiting belief on who you should trust, who you should be with, things like that. Group 1, what an amazing past lives. Wow. Okay, so leave comments, please, if that resonates with you. I would like to see that. Thank you so much. I see you next week. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Maison Jupiter. Love you guys. Group number 2. Group number 2. If you choose this little flower, whatever this is, I think it's a flower, right? I think it's a flower. I'm saying it's a flower. Okay. Let's look at your past lives. Okay, so it says ladies should listen. So you come from a time where you had lots of authority and a time where ladies, so female energy, had less power than men. Let's see more. 555, wisdom, wake-up call, time to move in a new direction. Okay, so it's not going to resonate with anyone, but with everyone. I hope it's not with anyone. It's not going to resonate with everyone. Wow, my brain. I'm not kidding. I think it's a very rebel energy. You are a rebel. So I see that, yes, you could have been under tons of authority figure trying to control you, but we have 555. It's a time to move to a new direction. Either the women movement or the worker movement with the Victorian times, or we are talking about any kind of authority figure trying to put pressure on you. We know that the religious the priest, let's say the church, tried to put a lot of pressure on women to have children, for example. But it's not the only example that comes to mind. There is so many in history. So you were there and you were in a position of having less power. It doesn't mean woman necessarily, but you were in a position to have less power. You could have been a slave. You could have been any kind of worker that had less power, and you were there while you were trying to change that. Okay, the next card, it says yellow, confidence, success, happiness, optimism. Yeah, so you could have been a black slave and in the field, and you were always singing, you were always trying to be happy, always trying to be optimistic. You could have been a woman also. You could have been a slave trying to keep your confidence, trying to keep your happiness really dearly to your heart. Interesting. So no wonder why it says a past life that is still with you. If you are part of this community, you are somewhat of a rebel. You are questioning at the very least the authority figures. Interesting. Okay. Let's see with the tarot deck. I'm going to use this one for you this week. Let's take one and then we'll go from there. Okay, so it's in French. It says Page of Swords. So Page of Swords, a younger trying to stay. It's the Mercury energy. So Mercury, it's a journalist. It's the getting information. It's a youthful. Again, we go back to feeling happy, optimistic, and getting information, communication. Okay, let's see more. Let's take another card. The Strength in reverse. Okay. Yeah, you were not in a position of power. That's for sure. So you took power while by the information with the Page of Swords. You took power with research, with communication, with whatever you could. But you were not in a position of power. You were absolutely not in a position of power. Okay. Could we have something a bit more specific about the life of group 2 in their past life? Keep in mind, it's still a collective energy. So I'm going to try to have something that collectively all of the group 2 have in common. Oh, that's for sure. You have that in common. That's for sure. 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands is the chaos, the conflict, the competition. You were fighting for your rights. You were fighting for your freedom of speech, your freedom physically. Let's see one last card with that. 7 of Swords, fighting back again. This is my card for defense mechanisms, pushing back the attack. We have the chaos, the fight. Obviously, you were a fighter. This is still with you because you know if you don't fight, what happens. You saw that many, many times in your past life. Wow. Okay, let's take one card of advice for you. I'm going to use Shade of the Soul Guidance and Healing Oracle. What is the advice for you? We'll take one or two depending on where they tell me to stop. Keep the romance alive. For me, the romance is not romantic partners, but it's to enjoy every day, to keep the I love my life, the I love living, I love every day, this optimistic in love with life itself. Let's take one more. Appreciate the mystery of life. Exactly. On top of the journalist, the Mercury card. That's wonderful. So I think that you are someone that turned into spirituality because you wanted to have this freedom. You wanted to connect with something else that you did not recognize in the authority figures. You wanted to have the source that would be your only authority. Wow, group 2, this is wonderful. Thank you so much for joining in, and I will see you next week. Please leave comment if that resonated with you, of course. Okay. Group number 3, if you chose this little lizard, you brave one. No, I don't know yet. Let's see. Which deck I'm going to use for you. I think I'm going to use this one. Okay. Let's see. What is your past lives? Nostalgia. Oh, wow. This reminds me of the first group. Maybe you have a connection with somebody in the first group. Interesting. Okay. Wow. So I will take other cards, of course, to add to this message. But yeah, it fits even more with the first group so far, because I was going to say, if you didn't watch the group 1, you should, because you have a connection with them. Not only we have the heart, but this card says nostalgia. And in the first group, we had someone that was being missed. So let's check for you. We have 666, raise your vibration, choose peace, harmony in your thoughts and with others. Interesting. Okay. So 6 is the number, of course, it's 666. So we all know what it means. But the number 6 alone means balance. When it's the number 6 alone, of course, it's mean balance. So with those 2 cards, I think somebody has sacrificed something out of balance. And that's why on the card it says, raise your vibration, choose peace, harmony, and in your thoughts and with others. I want to see more. Okay, I did not expect this, especially with the two first card. Okay, now crucifying. So I think we have a connection with the time of the Christ. And with the 666, I think that you are somebody that follows the Christ. And I think you were somebody that choose the peace, choose the harmony, and that you were somebody that was not far away from the time of the crucifixion. I don't know how you say that. The time of the Christ on the cross. Okay. Let's see. I will take this deck for you today. I will start with one and let's see how many they want me to get for you. So we have 4 of Wands. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. So you are somebody that follows the religion. 4 of Wands is the card of twin flame. It's the card of the house. It's the card of the foundation. It's the card of the father. So we do have this energy there that is, I'm going to ask more because when we deal with that kind of cards, I like to be sure of what I'm saying. King of Swords. Okay, you were either a priest, a nun, a priestess, you were maybe a monk. I think you were very much into the energy of Pisces, the energy of religion, and you had to choose every day to, even though you saw the chaos, you saw the violence, you chose every day your words, your thinking process with a King of Swords, and you knew what would serve you, what wouldn't. I don't think you had parents because when we have this 4 of Wands that looks this way, it's very rare. Normally it's a beautiful cards with happy people, and this card doesn't look this way. So I don't think you had parents. I think you had to learn what is your value for yourself. I think you had to learn what is your system of belief by yourself. And this is telling me that you could have been in a religion or just mainly in your life. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Or mainly in your life, you could have been somebody that had to really question and create your own sense of honor and your own sense of value. Wow. Okay. I want to take one last card of tarot and then I will switch to the advice. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's exactly that. So 5 of Pentacles, it's the card of being left out in the cold. I think that it was really a sacrifice that you did in that life. The sacrifice about the parents, it's not you. I think it's just the universe you're planning before you incarnated, that you choose to not have maybe parents. But in your life, you sacrifice from to be in your vows maybe of poverty, obedience, and chastity if you were in priesthood or anything connected with religion. If you had a strong set of values, but not in the religion, that could have mean that you missed opportunities, 5 of Pentacles, and the money, and the resources, and the contacts because you were following your own values. So interesting. Yeah, underneath the deck, as I said, that we have the Hermit. So you chose to be the Hermit. You chose to be someone that was maybe away from what was really going on because you were choosing to be with someone that was really representing your values. And when I say with someone, it could have been in a relationship or just romantic or not, just in partnership, in relationship, or just surrounding yourself with people that make sense for you. It could have been also your religion that you chose. You choose to follow something that speaks to your heart and your mind and your soul. I will take one card of the Shades of the Soul Guidance and Healing Oracle. What is the advice for group 3 with that past life? Organize and plan. Yes, so we have to think about this past life as something that is really amazing. So there is something to know about your life today when it follows that kind of previous life. If you have problem with abundance, if you are always pushed into obedience, or if you are always alone in your love life, there could be connected to your vows that you made in this previous life. in the around full moons, it's the best time to release such contract with your soul. And it tells me organize and plan. So I will take one more card, but this is your plan for this life. There is something that you plan to finish from this previous life in this one that you have right now. So something is connected with that, and it can be that you're going to be tested about your commitment to your own values. Let's get the last card. Balance your emotions. Yeah, don't react with your emotions. It's going to be tough because it's not calm water. But do not get vengeance, for example. Do not rage too much, say things that you will regret, or act on your emotions. It says organize and plan. So when you have strong feelings, for you, it's really to choose harmony and peace with your thoughts and others. Yeah, that is what is connected with your past life. You have to take a moment, breathe in, breathe out, and really, really think about what you want, because otherwise, this is something that you will have to redo again. It's what you have to learn in this life. Wow, group 3, this is amazing. I hope it resonated with you. If it does, please leave a comment, and I will see you next week. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to have a more personal reading, you can book with me for the priority bookings for next week, or our 1-hour reading. It will be around the time of May. Watch also the show on Rumble with GC and Janine. It's going to be today at 4. You don't want to miss it. Also, we have Beyond Harmony with Elena tomorrow at noon on Beyond Mystic YouTube channel. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to Maison Jupiter. We hope to reach really soon 10,000. I think we're not there yet. No, not there yet, but we're going to get there really quickly with your help. Thank you for giving us the love. I love you guys. I see you next week.